What's up, everybody? Welcome to the 34th episode of the Investing Penguin. How to become a millionaire investing only $100 per paycheck in your 401k. A quick shout out to our newest subscribers, Pete007CZ and Giovanni Solano. And a quick note about this video. If you look in the details section of this video, you will see the timestamps. You can hit those timestamps and jump to the different sections of this video. You can also play this video at a faster speed. For those of you who don't know me, I am the Penguin. And in this video, I'm super stoked as I'm going to show you how to become a millionaire investing only $100 per paycheck. That's right, only $100 per paycheck in your 401k. There are still a lot of people who have no idea how their 401k works, and we are going to unravel that mystery in this video. But first, if you want to become a millionaire, you have to watch this video. If your employer has a 401k plan, you have to watch this video. If you're between the ages of 18 and 25, you have to watch this video. If you want to retire comfortably, you have to watch this video. If you can save $100 per paycheck, you have to watch this video. If you have no idea how investing works, you have to watch this video. If you don't understand compound interest, you have to watch this video. If you have 10 minutes to plan your future, you have to watch this video. To become a millionaire, it's so simple, and all that you need to do is save $100 every paycheck. Literally, $100 every paycheck. That is it. $100 per paycheck and you will become a millionaire. Guaranteed. Like I said before, we are going to unravel the mystery of how the 401k works so you can retire wealthy. So here's what we are going to review. What is a 401k plan? How does a 401k plan work? How much money should you contribute to your 401k plan? Choosing the right investment fund in your 401k plan. There are aggressive funds, growth funds, value funds, dividend paying funds. We are looking to earn 10.5% annually in our 401k so we can retire a millionaire. You will need to deduct $100 every paycheck into your company-sponsored 401k plan. Make sure your household budget is in place to meet this goal. If you can deduct $200 every paycheck, then that is great. You will retire even sooner. You need to skip the bars and eating out dinner twice a month so you can afford to save $100 per paycheck. I just went out to dinner the other night with my son. It was $100 and we were not even drinking beer. You need to go to work every day, stay out of trouble, and stay employed. If you're not employed, then you can't take advantage of the employer match money. That's free money. Finally, let the power of compound interest do all the work for you. The numbers don't lie. In a couple more minutes, there will be a complete breakdown of how compound interest multiplies your money every year. The numbers will show you that at 56 years old, you will become a millionaire. Then you can retire early and pursue your magnetic fishing hobby. That's right, magnetic fishing. They pull some cool stuff out of the water. And all of this is with only $100 per paycheck. Just imagine if you could save $200 per paycheck. So what is a 401k plan? The 401k plan was created in 1978 when Congress passed the Revenue Act of 1978, which added a provision to the IRS tax code called Section 401k. 401k allowed employees to avoid being taxed on deferred compensation. So what the hell does that mean? Now let's look at the simple definition of a 401k. What is a 401k plan? In simple terms, a 401k is an investment account that you put money into now so you can have money in the future when you retire. The money you put in now grows over time tax-free, and then you can take that money out in bits and pieces when you retire. The money you put into your 401k is not taxed right now. That means if you contribute to a 401k, you will pay less in income taxes this year. You only pay the taxes in the future when you withdraw the money from your investment account when you retire. So Ted Benna has been anointed the father of the 401k plan. He came up with the idea to allow employees to save pre-tax money into a retirement plan while receiving an employer match. And remember, the employer match is free money for you. Ben's own company, the Johnson Companies, became the first company to provide a 401k plan for its workers. In 1981, the IRS issued new rules that allowed employees to fund their 401k through payroll deductions. So the money is automatically deducted from your paycheck and deposited into your 401k investment account, and that is your money. And let's face it, this is a great idea because if the money was not automatically deducted from our paychecks, we would end up spending the money on other things like restaurants, shopping, lottery tickets, etc., etc. So in the 80s, the 401k's popularity really grew, and nearly half of all big companies were offering 401ks. I like this 401k meme of Gene Wilder from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. The Gene Wilder version in 1971 was so much better than Tim Burton's version in 2005 with Johnny Depp. How does a 401k plan work? If your employer offers a 401k and you meet the eligibility requirements, you can enroll in the 401k plan and begin making contributions through your paycheck deductions. Before you start making contributions, you will need to read the plan and decide on some things. We are going to discuss in greater detail these 4 action items, so you don't have to take notes yet. First, you need to read your employer's 401k plan and ask questions. Someone in your human resources department can answer your questions. That is their job, to know the 401k plan and how it works at your company. Second, you'll need to choose what type of 401k plan you want, the traditional or the Roth. The traditional is pre-tax dollars and the Roth is after-tax dollars. Just a note, not every company offers the Roth plan. Third, you'll need to decide how much to deduct from each of your paychecks. In this video, we crunch the numbers using $100 per paycheck, but you will have to decide what is best for you. Fourth, you will need to choose how you want your 401k money invested. Your 401k plan provider will have pre-selected options for you to choose from. If you are younger, you can pick aggressive growth funds. If you're older, you can pick dividend funds. If you want to play it safe, you can pick bonds. So let's dive into the details of these 4 action items. Read your 401k plan. 401k plans can be confusing to read and understand, so ask questions with your human resources department. It's their job to know how the 401k plan works at your company. Here is an example of this confusing language regarding the employer match. And let's face it, the employer match is the most important part of the 401k plan. It's free money. I'm going to read this off, and then on the next slide we will review what this means with an example. Basic matching contribution. For the plan year beginning January 1st, 2022, if you are eligible to participate in the plan and make elective deferral contributions to the plan from your compensation, the company will make a safe harbor basic matching contribution to the plan on your behalf. This basic matching contribution will equal 100% of your elective deferrals up to the first 3% of your compensation, plus 50% of your elective deferrals that exceed 3% of your compensation but do not exceed 5% of your compensation. Man, this language was totally written by lawyers. So the below numbers will visually explain that previous confusing example. But basically, in that previous example, the best way to maximize your 401k is by electing 5% of your compensation. This will maximize your contributions along with your employer's matching contributions. In this example, let's say you make $100,000. $100,000 times 5% equals $5,000, and that money will be deducted from your paychecks throughout the year. If you get paid bi-weekly, which is 26 paychecks per year, then your employer will deduct $192.30 from each paycheck and place that money in your 401k investment account. That is your money. Then your employer will contribute 100%, dollar for dollar, of that first $3,000 in your 401k investment account. And after that, your employer will contribute 50%, 50 cents for each dollar, of your next $2,000 in your 401k investment account. So let's break this down even further. You put in $3,000, your employer matches it dollar for dollar, and your employer puts in $3,000. You put in $2,000, your employer matches it 50 cents for every dollar, and your employer puts in $1,000. In 1 year, you put in $5,000, and your employer puts in $4,000, which is free money. The total is $9,000 in 1 year. Now, don't forget your beneficiary designation form. This is where you state who will receive your 401k money in the unfortunate event of your death. If you're married and have kids, well, then that's an easy decision. You should make them the beneficiaries of your 401k. However, in many cases, people have divorced and remarried, but their 401k beneficiary form still lists their ex-wife or ex-husband. Nothing would make my ex-wife more happy than finding out that I slipped off the ledge while taking a selfie and she was the beneficiary of my 401k money because I forgot to remove her after our divorce. Sometimes people have kids, but they forget to add their kids to the beneficiary form. Whoever that special person is in your life, make sure you add them to the beneficiary form. It's super easy to do, and probably 90% of the time you can do it online. Choose what type of plan, traditional or Roth. Now let me start by saying not all companies offer the Roth plan option. Some companies may only offer the traditional 401k plan, so you might not have a choice. Make sure you read and understand your plan. It really comes down to, do you want a tax break today or a tax break when you retire? Do you want to pay the taxes today or do you want to pay the taxes in the future? And for me personally, I choose the traditional 401k because I will gladly take the tax break today and pay the taxes in the future, because a dollar in my pocket today is definitely more valuable than a dollar in the future. Who knows what can happen 30 years from now? Maybe Congress will tax the hell out of everyone. Decide how much to save. How much you decide to contribute to your 401k is really up to you, but there is a maximum amount that is set by the IRS each year. For 2022, the annual contribution limit for workers 50 and younger is $20,500. For workers 50 and older, they are allowed to add a catch-up contribution of $6,500, which means they can contribute up to $27,000. You have to review your household budget to make sure you can afford it. But really, how can you not afford it? This video demonstrates you only need $100 per paycheck. And if I told you that you could retire a millionaire and it will only cost you $100 per paycheck, you should take that deal. You definitely want to contribute enough to maximize your employer match. Employer match is free money. Just like in the previous example, this will maximize your contributions along with your employer's matching contributions. And later in this video, you will see how your employer match lifts you up to millionaire status. Choose your investment strategy. Typically, a 401k plan offers a range of investments, which means you have to choose what to invest your money in. Your 401k plan provider will have pre-selected options for you to choose from, which might include specific types of mutual funds or default offerings based on your risk tolerance. If you are younger, you can choose aggressive growth funds. If you are older, you can choose value funds. If you are close to retirement, you can choose dividend funds. If the markets scare you, you can choose bond funds. And you can change your investment strategy anytime you want. Many plans may also include something called target date funds, which are designed with your retirement date in mind. They might have riskier asset allocations to start in the beginning, but become more conservative closer to your retirement date. So we reviewed how the 401k plan works. Next, we are going to review compound interest, and then we are going to dive into the numbers on becoming a millionaire. I just asked a teenager the other day, how does compounding interest work? And he said, I don't know, it like multiplies something? Well, these three facts will illustrate how important compound interest is. If you begin with 1 penny and double it every day for 30 days, you will have more than $5.4 million. Based on the rule of 72, if you can earn 12% annually with your investments, your money will double every 6 years. Albert Einstein is widely credited for saying, "Compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. He who understands it earns it. He who doesn't pays it." So here are the numbers, and like I said, the numbers don't lie. It's pretty simple. Starting at the age of 25, you get a job with a company that offers a 401k, and you invest $100 every paycheck in your 401k investment account. And your employer matches 50%, which is on the low side. There are some employers that match 100%. And now we are going to watch year by year as your money grows until you hit millionaire status and you can retire early. So pay attention for the next 60 seconds. 26 years old, 27 years old, 28 years old, 29 years old. At 30 years old, you will have just over $32,000. 31 years old, 32 years old, 33 years old, 34 years old. At 35 years old, you will have just over $80,000. 36 years old, 37 years old, 38 years old, 39 years old. At 40 years old, you will have just over $162,000. 41 years old, 42 years old, 43 years old, 44 years old. At 45 years old, you will have just over $299,000. 46 years old, 47 years old, 48 years old, 49 years old. At 50 years old, you will have just over $530,000. 51 years old, 52 years old, 53 years old, 54 years old. At 55 years old, you will have just over $920,000. At 56 years old, you officially become a millionaire. 57 years old, 58 years old. At 59 years old, you will have just over $1.4 million. You can retire and start living off the fruits of your labor. In the end, at age 59, you will have only paid $91,000 in total, and your employer will have paid $45,500 in total. But the compounding interest will have made you $1.4 million. Wow! That is how you make your money work for you. Now just imagine if you could do $200 per paycheck. You could retire even sooner. Now, if you're not a numbers person, then here is a graph showing you how your money grows visually. The first 10 or 15 years is a little slow, but if you can make it to year 25, then that is when your money really takes off. It goes parabolic. That's the beauty of compound interest. Welcome to millionaire status. Now, what if your employer was a real Scrooge and did not offer matching contributions? Well, first, your employer would suck, and you might want to look for a different employer. But you will still retire wealthy. You just won't make it to millionaire status. When you hear about people having $1 million in their 401k, it's true, and it's because of that employer match. It's free money. Well, everyone, it's really that simple. $100 every paycheck in your 401k will make you a millionaire. I hope you enjoyed this review of how to become a millionaire investing $100 per paycheck in your 401k. If you have any 401k stories or advice to share, please drop them in the comments below. I would love to hear them. Plus, stick around for another 60 seconds as I share some interesting facts about Dave Ramsey's Millionaire study and the Bare Naked Ladies song, If I Had $1 Million. In the meantime, bang that like button, smash that subscribe button, and forward this video to all your investing friends. So this information is taken from Dave Ramsey's website. Ramsey Solutions conducted the largest survey of millionaires ever with 10,000 participants. And here are some interesting facts about millionaires. The majority of millionaires earn their money through long-term investing. 8 out of 10 millionaires invested in their company's 401k plan. Wow, what a coincidence. This video is about the same subject. The top 5 careers for millionaires include engineer, accountant, teacher, management, and attorney. 79% of millionaires did not receive any inheritance from their parents or family members. Only 2% of millionaires surveyed said they came from an upper income family. 62% of millionaires graduated from public state schools, while only 8% went to a private school. Finally, millionaires said they spend $200 or less each month at restaurants.
If I had $1 million, if I had $1 million.
Money music. Bare naked ladies. If I had $1 million, what would you do if you had $1 million? Throw it in the comment section below. Disclaimer. I am not a financial advisor. This video is for entertainment and educational purposes only. And I really hope you enjoyed this video. I am only sharing my experiences and opinions. Investing involves risk, so please seek advice and educate yourself.